This, hello my friends, after the age of 60, something starts to change in our bodies. Quietly and gradually, we begin to lose muscle mass. This is known as sarcopenia. It's a natural part of aging, but it can become dangerous if we don't do something about it. Now, most people think of eggs as one of the best sources of protein, and they are excellent. A single egg gives you about 6 grams of high quality protein along with essential amino acids your muscles need. But what if I told you there's a food that actually has more protein per serving than eggs, and it's plant-based, natural, and easy on your digestive system? I want to share something that may surprise many of you, especially those who've spent years thinking that animal products like eggs are the gold standard when it comes to protein. Now, don't get me wrong, eggs are fantastic. They're affordable, versatile, and packed with high quality protein. One single large egg has about 6 grams of complete protein. That's great. I recommend eggs often, especially for older adults who are trying to meet their protein needs in a gentle, digestible way. But there's a food out there that most people overlook. It's humble. It's plant-based, and it's been nourishing people for thousands of years. That food is lentils. Now listen to this. 1 cup of cooked lentils contains approximately 18 grams of protein. That's 3 times more protein than a single egg. And when we're talking about preserving muscle mass after 60, that's a big deal. Let me explain why this matters. After we turn 60, something happens inside the body. Our muscles don't respond to protein the same way they did in our younger years. It's called anabolic resistance. That means we need more protein just to get the same benefit, just to maintain the muscle we already have. If we don't, the body slowly starts to break down muscle tissue. You might start to notice things like weakness, getting tired more easily, maybe trouble lifting things, or feeling a little less steady on your feet. This isn't just about looking fit. This is about function. Being able to walk, climb stairs, carry groceries, get out of a chair without help. That independence is precious. Now, many of you are trying to eat better. You're trying to get more protein, and that's wonderful. But if you're only relying on animal-based proteins like eggs, chicken, or dairy, you may not be getting enough to match what your body really needs, especially if you're watching your cholesterol or saturated fat intake, which many of us need to do at this stage in life. Here's where lentils shine. Lentils are a plant-based powerhouse. In just 1 cup of cooked lentils, you're getting nearly the same amount of protein as a whole chicken breast, but with 0 cholesterol, low fat, and a healthy dose of fiber and minerals that support digestion, heart function, and even blood sugar balance. Some people worry that plant proteins aren't as complete as animal proteins. That's partly true. Lentils by themselves don't contain all 9 essential amino acids in perfect balance. But when you combine lentils with a whole grain, like brown rice or quinoa, knead up like this, you're getting a complete protein source. And the truth is, you don't even need to eat them at the exact same meal. Your body is smart. It knows how to combine amino acids from meals eaten throughout the day. But here's what I love most about lentils. They're kind to your digestive system. Eggs are great, but for some people, they can cause bloating or discomfort. Lentils, when cooked properly, are gentle on the stomach, especially if you rinse them well and cook them until they're soft. They're also rich in fiber, which most older adults simply aren't getting enough of. That fiber supports healthy digestion, regular bowel movements, and even helps reduce bad cholesterol. And there's more. Lentils are rich in iron, which is important for carrying oxygen in the blood. They contain magnesium, which helps relax your muscles and nerves. They're a great source of potassium, which supports healthy blood pressure. All of these benefits work together to create a healthier internal environment for your muscles to grow and stay strong. And let's not forget the most practical reason to love lentils. They're affordable. You can buy a bag of dried lentils for just a few dollars, and it will last you for many meals. They don't require refrigeration. They cook up quickly, especially red and yellow varieties, and they take on the flavor of any spices or vegetables you add to them. They're incredibly versatile. You can make lentil soup, stew, salads, even burgers. You can batch cook them, store them in the fridge or freezer. And always have a nutritious protein source ready to go. I talk a lot about natural ways to heal and strengthen the body. And lentils are a perfect example of nature's wisdom. They give us exactly what we need. Clean, steady energy, high quality plant protein, and healing nutrients that work in harmony with the body, like this. Now, some of you might be wondering, how much protein do I need? That depends on your weight and activity level. But in general, adults over 60 should aim for at least 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. That's often higher than the general adult recommendation. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's about 68 to 82 grams of protein daily. Just imagine if you add 1 cup of lentils to your meals each day, you're already covering a quarter of that requirement naturally and affordably. My message here is simple. Eggs are great, but don't overlook lentils. They're one of the best plant-based protein sources out there. And for those of you over 60 trying to protect your muscles, your bones and your independence, this little legume can make a huge difference. So the next time you're preparing a meal, think about how you can add lentils to your diet. It could be as simple as throwing them into a soup, mixing them with rice, or making a hearty lentil salad with olive oil and lemon. Your muscles will thank you. Your heart will thank you. And your future self, years from now, will thank you too. As always, my friends, stay proactive, stay positive, and stay committed to taking care of this wonderful gift we've been given, our body. This is Dr. Mandell. Much love and blessings. Like one of the most important topics I want to speak to you about today is something that affects each and every one of us as we age. Whether you're in your early 60s, late 70s, or even 80s, this message is for you. It's called muscle loss, and it's a natural part of aging. But here's the truth. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's not preventable. You see the medical term for this is sarcopenia. It refers to the gradual loss of muscle mass, strength, and function that begins for many people as early as age 30. But after 60, that loss accelerates, and for some people it becomes dangerous, not just inconvenient. What starts off as a little weakness, maybe finding it harder to carry groceries, climb stairs, or stand from a low chair, can lead to frailty, falls, hospital visits, and even loss of independence. Now, I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this so you can take action. Because here's the good news. You have the power to slow this process down dramatically, and in many cases even reverse it. Let's look at what happens inside the body. After 60, our muscle fibers shrink. We experience something called anabolic resistance. That means our muscles aren't responding to protein and exercise as efficiently as they did when we were younger. It takes more stimulation, more nutrition, and more intentionality to build and maintain the muscle we already have. But most people over 60 aren't aware of this. They think being tired or weak is just part of getting old. It doesn't have to be that way. Weakness is not your destiny. Think of your muscles like the foundation of a house. If the foundation becomes weak, everything else starts to suffer: balance, posture, metabolism, bone density, immune function, even your brain health. That's right, muscle health and brain function are deeply connected. Now here's something most people don't realize. After the age of 60, the average person loses about 1% of their muscle mass every year. If they're not doing something about it, it might not sound like a lot, but let me tell you, after just 10 years, that adds up to serious weakness, slower movement, and higher risk for injury. It becomes harder to recover from illness, more difficult to bounce back from surgery. And even simple activities like walking or cooking can start to feel like hard work. But here's the beautiful part. The human body is incredibly adaptive. Even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, you can build muscle, you can regain strength, and you can feel more vibrant than you've felt in years. It starts with 2 things: the right nutrition and the right movement. Nutrition is key because your muscles need amino acids, the building blocks of protein, to grow and repair. And as I mentioned in our last talk, your body becomes less efficient at using those amino acids with age. That means you need to be intentional about getting enough high quality protein throughout your day, not just one big serving at dinner. A common mistake I see in older adults is eating very light during the day, maybe just coffee, toast, or a banana, and then having a heavier meal in the evening. But the body needs a steady supply of protein to maintain muscle mass. That's why incorporating protein-rich foods like lentils, eggs, chicken, Greek yogurt, or plant-based protein powders into every meal makes a big difference. But nutrition alone isn't enough. You also have to move your muscles. Now, I know many of you may be dealing with arthritis, back pain, or other health issues that make movement a little more difficult. But the key is to start small. You don't need to go to a gym. You don't need to lift heavy weights. You just need to do something consistently. Even light strength training with resistance bands, bodyweight exercises like squats and wall push-ups, or chair-based movements can stimulate muscle growth. Walking is fantastic. Stretching helps too. And if you do just a little more each week, you'll be amazed at what your body can do. Remember, your muscles are living tissue. They're waiting for a signal. When you give them that signal, through good food and smart movement, they respond. And they get stronger. Let me give you a real example. I worked with a 72-year-old woman who told me she used to be so active in her 50s, but started feeling weak in her 60s. She thought it was just aging. By 70, she was struggling to get off the couch. We made just a few changes. She added more protein to her meals, simple things like lentils and eggs, and she began doing 10 minutes of chair exercises each morning. Within 3 months, she was walking up and down the stairs with ease. Within 6 months, she was back to gardening and cooking without fatigue. That's the power of consistency. That's the power of knowing how the body works and giving it what it needs. Now, I want to speak to the caregivers and family members out there. If you have aging parents or grandparents, help them understand this. Muscle loss isn't just a cosmetic issue. It's a serious health matter. It affects everything from metabolism to independence to longevity. Encourage your loved ones to eat enough protein, cook together, go on walks, do stretching routines in the living room. These small actions can add years of mobility and quality to their life. And finally, I want to leave you with this thought. Aging is a gift. It means you've made it through challenges, you've accumulated wisdom, and you still have so much to offer this world. But that gift is best enjoyed when you feel strong, confident, and capable in your body. Yes, muscle loss is natural after 60, but it is not a sentence. It's a signal, a gentle reminder from your body that it's time to take action. Time to feed your muscles, move your body, and rebuild your strength. You have more power than you think. And your journey to a stronger, healthier future can begin today. This is Dr. Mandell. Stay healthy, stay hopeful, and remember, you're never too old to make a positive change. Blessings always. Today I want to talk to you about something so simple yet so powerful, a food that has the potential to not only nourish your muscles, but also transform your entire body from the inside out. We often talk about superfoods, those nutrient-dense foods that go above and beyond to support our health. Well, lentils are one of those superfoods, and they deserve your full attention. Many people think of lentils as just a cheap plant-based protein, but lentils are much more than that. They are one of the most healing and supportive foods you can eat. Especially as you enter your 60s and beyond, whether you're concerned about your heart, your digestion, your blood sugar, or your energy levels, lentils can play a key role in keeping you strong and balanced. Let's start with something that's on the minds of so many people today, heart health. Heart disease remains one of the leading causes of death worldwide, especially in older adults. Many of us have been told to lower our cholesterol, reduce our blood pressure, and stay away from foods that clog our arteries. And what do most people reach for instead? Low-fat packaged foods, processed carbs, and artificial substitutes that may do more harm than good. Lentils, on the other hand, are completely natural, unprocessed, and packed with nutrients that actively support your heart. First of all, they contain zero cholesterol and are very low in saturated fat. That alone makes them heart-friendly. But there's more. Lentils are rich in soluble fiber. Which binds to excess cholesterol in your digestive system and helps remove it from the body before it ever has the chance to build up in your arteries. Many studies have shown that people who regularly consume legumes like lentils have lower total and LDL cholesterol levels, reduced blood pressure, and better long-term cardiovascular health. That's a powerful statement for a small legume. Now let's talk about blood sugar. Many of my patients over 60 are dealing with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes. And one of the most important things we can do to manage or even reverse this condition is control blood sugar spikes. Lentils are rich in complex carbohydrates. These are the kinds of carbs that digest slowly, giving your body a steady release of glucose instead of a sudden spike and crash. This slow digestion is largely due to the high fiber content in lentils. Just 1 cup of cooked lentils gives you about 15 grams of fiber. That's more than half of what many people get in an entire day. And fiber does something truly amazing. It slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, stabilizes your energy levels, and supports healthy insulin sensitivity. Not only that, but the magnesium and polyphenols found in lentils also improve your body's ability to process glucose. That means lentils are not just safe for people with diabetes, they're therapeutic. They help your body function better at a cellular level. Now, let's move on to something that affects all of us, but especially as we age in digestion. Digestive issues like bloating, constipation, gas, and irregularity are common complaints among older adults. Many people turn to laxatives or fiber supplements, but again, nature already gave us a solution. Like lentils are incredibly rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber, as we discussed, supports heart and blood sugar health. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, adds bulk to your stool and helps keep your digestive tract moving smoothly. This is one of the most natural and effective ways to support regular bowel movements and avoid constipation, something many seniors silently suffer with every day. Lentils also contain natural prebiotics which feed the healthy bacteria in your gut. This supports a stronger immune system, better mood, and even clearer thinking. Because remember, your gut and brain are directly connected. And speaking of brain health, lentils are a source of folate, a B vitamin that supports cognitive function, memory, and mood regulation. Low levels of folate have been linked to higher rates of depression and cognitive decline, especially in older adults. By simply eating foods like lentils regularly, you're nourishing not just your body, but your mind as well. Now let's talk about something we all value as we age: energy. Lentils are packed with iron, which is a critical mineral for carrying oxygen through your blood. Many older adults, especially women, tend to have low iron levels, leading to fatigue, weakness, and poor focus. And unlike red meat, which can be hard on your heart and digestive system, lentils provide iron in a gentle plant-based form. When you pair them with foods rich in vitamin C, like tomatoes, bell peppers, or a squeeze of lemon, your body absorbs that iron even better. Lentils are also rich in magnesium, which supports your muscles and nervous system. Magnesium helps relax your body. Improves sleep quality and reduces cramps or stiffness that so many of us feel, particularly in the lower back, legs, and joints. Getting enough magnesium through whole foods like lentils is one of the best ways to support your body's natural healing systems. Let's not forget potassium, an essential mineral that helps regulate your heartbeat, balance fluids in your body, and control your blood pressure. Lentils are an excellent source of potassium. And unlike potassium supplements, they deliver this nutrient in a balanced, natural form that's easy for your body to use. And what's amazing about all of this is how affordable and accessible lentils are. They don't spoil quickly. They don't require refrigeration. And you can buy them in bulk for just a few dollars. Whether you choose brown, green, red, or black lentils, they all offer similar benefits. You can cook them in soups, stews, curries, salads, even blend them into dips or spreads. They're easy to prepare and can be seasoned any way you like. I often tell people if lentils came in a bottle with a pharmaceutical label, we'd all be rushing to buy them. That's how powerful and medically significant they are. But because they're simple, natural, and inexpensive, they're often overlooked. Don't make that mistake. This is what I love most about holistic health: healing with food, using nature's wisdom, going back to the basics. Lentils are one of those foundational foods that support so many systems in the body at once. You're not just feeding your muscles, you're supporting your heart, your gut, your blood sugar, your brain, and your energy all at the same time. So my friends, the next time you're planning a meal, I want you to ask yourself, how can I nourish my body from the inside out? How can I use food as medicine? Let lentils be a part of your answer. They're simple, powerful, and they just might change the way you feel. This is Dr. Mandell. I'm wishing you strength, health, and peace as you continue your journey. Much love and blessings. Today I want to talk to you about something very important, especially if you're over the age of 60 and focused on keeping your body strong, functional, and healthy. When we talk about nutrition, we often hear a lot about protein, and for good reason. Protein is essential for building and maintaining muscle, especially as we get older and naturally start to lose muscle mass. Now, earlier I mentioned the incredible benefits of lentils, how they're packed with protein, rich in fiber, and full of healing nutrients. But there's something I want to explain more deeply. Something that could make a real difference in how your body uses that protein to support your health. You may have heard the term complete protein before. A complete protein is a food that contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot make on its own. These amino acids are the building blocks your body uses to repair tissues, build muscle, produce hormones, and support countless other processes that keep you alive and thriving. Animal proteins like eggs, chicken, and dairy are naturally complete proteins. They contain all the essential amino acids in the right proportions. But many plant-based proteins, including lentils, are what we call incomplete proteins. This means they may be low in 1 or more of the essential amino acids. Now, does that mean lentils aren't good for you? Absolutely not. Lentils are still a wonderful, high-quality source of plant protein, but if you want to get the most benefit for your muscles, especially as you age, there's a little trick. Combine lentils with whole grains. Let me explain why. Lentils are particularly low in an amino acid called methionine. On the other hand, whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, millet, or whole wheat tend to be lower in lysine, which lentils happen to have plenty of. So when you eat lentils together with these grains, they complement each other perfectly, creating a complete protein that your body can use just as efficiently as an animal-based protein. Now here's the beauty of this. You don't need to eat both at the exact same moment to get the benefit. Your body is smart. It stores amino acids and uses them as needed throughout the day. But when you regularly combine these foods in your meals, you're giving your body a steady supply of all the essential components it needs to keep your muscles strong and your body functioning properly. And that's especially important after the age of 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing and using protein. This means we actually need more protein, not less. To maintain the same muscle mass and strength. And when we don't get the right balance of amino acids, our muscles can't fully repair themselves after activity. This can lead to fatigue, weakness, and eventually sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle that makes everyday activities harder and increases your risk of falling or getting injured. So when you sit down to a meal, I want you to think about pairing your lentils with a healthy grain. You might prepare a bowl of brown rice and lentils with sauteed vegetables, or a comforting lentil and barley soup. Even a quinoa lentil salad with olive oil and lemon makes for a delicious and protein-rich dish. And let's not forget that grains also bring their own set of health benefits. Whole grains are packed with B vitamins, which support your metabolism and energy. They contain selenium, magnesium, and iron, which help your cells work properly. And most importantly, they're rich in fiber, just like lentils, which promotes healthy digestion, keeps your blood sugar stable, and helps lower cholesterol. When you combine lentils and grains, you're not just creating a complete protein, you're creating a nutritional powerhouse that supports nearly every system in your body. This combination helps repair muscle, regulate energy, improve immunity, and even support brain health. Now, I often hear people say, Dr. Mandell, I'm not a good cook, or I don't have time to make complicated meals. But the good news is, this doesn't have to be complicated at all. You can cook a big pot of lentils and a pot of brown rice at the beginning of the week. Store them in containers in your fridge. When you're hungry, just scoop some into a bowl, warm them up. Add a drizzle of olive oil or some fresh herbs, and your meal is ready in minutes. You can also find premixed packages of lentils and grains at most grocery stores today. Just make sure to look for low sodium options if you're watching your blood pressure. These products are convenient, affordable, and packed with nutrients. I also recommend adding a little healthy fat to your lentil and grain meals, like olive oil, avocado, or a handful of walnuts. Not only does it make the meal more satisfying, but it also helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K that may be present in the vegetables or herbs you're including. This way of eating is not just good for your muscles, it's good for your heart, your brain, your bones, and your longevity. It's the kind of nourishment that builds you up from the inside out. Remember, food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite you take is telling your body what to do. When you give your body the right signals, through nutrient-rich foods like lentils and whole grains, it responds with energy, strength, and healing. I want you to look at your plate as a tool for your health. Every meal is an opportunity to build muscle, an opportunity to lower inflammation, an opportunity to protect your independence as you age. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive powders to get the protein you need. Nature already gave us everything. We just need to know how to use it. So, my friends, I encourage you, the next time you're planning your meals, think about balance. Think about how you can combine lentils with a healthy whole grain to give your body everything it needs to thrive. This simple combination, lentils and grains, could be one of the most powerful dietary changes you make this year. And over time, those small changes lead to big results, more strength, better digestion, more stable blood sugar, and a body that feels energized and supported. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel vibrant. And I want you to know that it's not too late. Every healthy choice you make today is a step toward a better tomorrow. This is Dr. Mandell. Stay encouraged, stay strong, and remember, you have everything within you to live a long, healthy, and purposeful life. Much love and blessings always. Lift your knee up like this. As we get older, we begin to realize that the simple things in life, walking, getting up from a chair, lifting a bag of groceries, are not so simple if we lose the strength and mobility we once had. These are things we often took for granted in our younger years. But after 60, everything changes. That's why I want to talk to you today about something that may be even more important than nutrition movement. Now, I understand many of you are dealing with aches and pains. You might have arthritis, old injuries, maybe even a fear of falling. You might say, Dr. Mandell, I'm too old for exercise, or I just don't have the energy anymore. But let me tell you something, movement is not just for the young. It is a lifeline for the aging body. You see, after age 60, our muscles start to shrink. This isn't just about appearance, it's about function. Your muscles are what keep you balanced, upright, and mobile. When they shrink and weaken, you're at greater risk for falls, fractures, hospitalizations, and even losing your independence. That's the last thing we want. But here's the good news. Your body can rebuild. Even in your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, your muscles are still alive, still responsive, still capable of growing stronger. The secret lies in daily action. Small, consistent steps that send a message to your body. I'm still here. I still want to move. I still want to live a vibrant life. And you don't need to join a gym like this. You don't need to lift heavy weights or run marathons. What you do need is consistency. That's the magic word. Just like brushing your teeth every day keeps your mouth healthy. Moving your body every day keeps your muscles, joints, heart, and brain healthy too. Let me walk you through some simple, low-impact movements that I've shared with thousands of people around the world. Movements that anyone can do right from the comfort of their home. Start with walking. If you can walk, you can change your life. Walking gets your heart pumping, improves circulation, strengthens your legs, and supports your lungs. Aim for just 10 minutes a day to start. Walk around your living room, down your driveway, at the grocery store. Take a friend or a neighbor if you need motivation. Over time, work your way up to 30 minutes. Not all at once. Break it into small chunks if you need to. Like this. What matters most is that you're moving. Next, think about strength. Even simple bodyweight exercises can help maintain and rebuild muscle. Try standing up from a chair without using your hands. That's a squat. Do that 5 to 10 times twice a day. It's functional and it trains the very muscles you use to stand, walk, and stay balanced. You can also do wall push-ups to strengthen your arms and shoulders. Just stand an arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms flat and slowly push yourself toward the wall and back like this. Do this 10 to 15 times. It's gentle but powerful. Resistance bands are another great option. They're inexpensive, lightweight, and easy to use. You can wrap them around your hands or feet and do gentle pulls to activate your muscles. Just 5 minutes a day can make a big difference. And don't forget balance. Stand behind a sturdy chair. This. Hold on lightly and try lifting one leg off the floor. Hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, then switch. Balance exercises train your body to stay upright and coordinated, reducing your risk of falling. This. And of course, there's stretching. I cannot emphasize this enough. Stretching keeps your muscles flexible, your joints mobile, and your body pain-free. Stretch your arms, shoulders back, hips. This. And legs every morning or before bed. Breathe deeply. Let your body relax and open up. You'll feel lighter, more energized, and more in control of your body. Now let's talk about the other side of this, what happens when we don't move. When we sit or lie down for long periods of time, our body slows down. Circulation decreases. Muscles get tighter and weaker, joints stiffen, blood sugar rises, bones become more brittle. The longer we stay inactive, the harder it becomes to move. It's a vicious cycle, but you have the power to break it. Movement breaks the cycle. Your brain benefits too. Studies show that even moderate daily activity increases blood flow to the brain, boosts memory, lifts mood, and reduces the risk of cognitive decline. You'll feel sharper, more alert, and more motivated just by adding gentle movement to your routine. And perhaps most importantly, movement gives you confidence. You begin to trust your body again. You feel more secure when walking, more stable when reaching, and more capable in your daily life. That confidence helps you remain independent. And that independence is priceless. I often say this, the goal isn't to be young again. The goal is to be strong, capable, and present for the life you have now. Even just standing up a little more throughout the day makes a difference. Set a timer to get up every 30 minutes. March in place. Stretch your arms to the sky. Roll your shoulders. Twist gently side to side. These movements reawaken your body and send oxygen-rich blood to your muscles and brain. You might not see or feel the difference right away. But trust me, your body is listening. Every step you take, every squat, every stretch, it all adds up. In a few weeks, you'll notice you have more energy. Your joints won't feel as stiff. You'll stand up a little taller. You'll walk a little steadier. That's your body saying thank you. If you're new to movement or dealing with health conditions, always talk to your healthcare provider before starting something new. But don't let fear hold you back. Even the smallest movement is a victory. What matters most is that you keep showing up for yourself. And finally, don't do it alone. Find support. Invite a friend or spouse to join you. Follow a simple YouTube routine. Listen to uplifting music while you stretch. Make it enjoyable, because this isn't a punishment. It's a gift you give to yourself every single day. So my message to you is this. Move your body every day. Feed your muscles. Support your joints. Breathe deeply. Stretch gently, walk with purpose like this. And never stop believing in your body's ability to grow stronger. No matter your age, you are not too old. You are not too weak. You are not behind. You are right where you need to be. And today is the perfect day to start. This is Dr. Mandell wishing you strength, movement, and many healthy years ahead. Much love and blessings.